I'm gonna address the elephant in the room and say I shouldn't be making this video with a bonnet on. But I have to make this video because William Zepeda came in so fucking good. He came in with adjustments. He came in with better footwork. He came in with a jab. He came in with everything he possibly can. Greats, when they lose, they adjust. You know when a person is great from good when they get a loss and if they learn from that loss. That's how you know if a boxer is great or not, or if just a fighter is great or not. Even in the game of life, if you get a loss, you should learn from it. And I think William Zepeda is a perfect example of this. Perfect example. I want to go through this fight frame by frame, round by round, and really just dissect everything that's going on. Dissect why Lamont was maybe inactive, what William Zepeda was landing well, what Lamont could have landed well, what he could have done, what he could have adjusted in this fight on the fly, because there was a point in time in this fight where Lamont needed to adjust. And in a way, he kind of did. He kind of did tweak some things in the later rounds. So we'll get into that. We're going to do this whole fight in this whole video. In this first two rounds actually, William Zepeda came with the front foot approach, but noticeably his volume wasn't off rip, at his regular pace. And that's because he took these first two rounds as study rounds. He really wanted to see if he could really even enter the pocket, what happens when he enters the pocket, and see what the range was. The footwork is insane. And even there, we see here, right here, Lamont actually takes the outside angle with the foot, southpaw orthodox. You see Lamont's foot, the rope is kind of blocking it, but you see Lamont's foot is really on that outside angle. So he's going to throw this jab, and he's going to have the outside angle. Boom. Throws that jab, has the outside angle. But William Zepeda has his fucking hand up, glued to his face. So the jab barely misses. And even with Lamont taking that outside angle, Zepeda has the footwork to, twist his body and land that straight cross. And still catch the other jab that was coming from Roach. And the little shit like that is just it's beautiful. It's really beautiful to watch. Cause not saying Zepeda couldn't do that before, but we're even seeing instances here, bro. Outside foot, William Zepeda's outside foot is outside, and he parries the cross from Lamont. Then he jabbed. The way he fought was really defensive first. And it's funny to say that because William Zepeda is a fighter that you look, just on the outside in and just looking at it for face value, you would think he's an offensive fighter and you would think his offense is his defense, but he actually came defense first. And it was easy to kind of have that adjustment from thinking defense first because he was already a great offensive fighter to the point where his offense was his defense. But going back, again, the adjustments he made were more defensive, to the point where he didn't need to throw, and he was still being defensive, right? And I think that's a big thing about Zepeda, that it's a good job that he did that. Because, again, someone who throws this much punches around, if they want to take a break, if they want to lay off, they have to be good defensively, right? And I think we've really seen that with Zepeda. And again, with these first two rounds, he's literally just taking, film study rounds. He's just taking notes in his brain. But still, even in this first round, even in this first minute, he's landing, right? We could even go to the second round, the way he comes out. Obviously still on the front foot, but we're gonna see now. I think he's gonna start pressing the jab a little more, and he's gonna start, just pressing a little bit more forward. Lamont's gonna land his stuff. But Zepeda's not even throwing. If you notice, actually, these couple of shots, Zepeda's not even throwing these bitches with power. He's just trying to, test out range. He's just seeing, what happens when I throw a jab to the body, a couple flurry punches in the inside. What is Lamont going to do? Everything that William Zepeda was doing here, he was trying to see the reaction of Lamont Roach. And off of that, he was going to be the reactor, literally. And just beautiful body work. The things that Zepeda does in the pocket. Lamont Roach is a pocket fighter, and William Zepeda made it look like he didn't want to be in the pocket with him. Just really beautiful stuff. I love the fact that he started coming in with the jab, but not only that, behind the jab, he came in with the cross at a lot of times, like you've seen there, and just ending with the cross always. And it's beautiful to see. A lot of people get away from the fundamentals of boxing, the jab and the cross. Like, even going back to like Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis got away from the jab when Lamont was landing his jab. And so seeing this from William Zepeda, just him sticking to what make the fundamentals great, is beautiful, bro. It's beautiful to see. Lamont Roach was doing a good job too of like landing stuff, but it was very much one and done. It was very much one and done. And whenever Roach would land his one and done big shot, it's Williams Zepeda's turn. And he was always returning at least 3, 4, 5 punches. Good check hook right there by Lamont Roach. He has a really good check hook. But check hook goes, but at the same time the check hook lands, William Zepeda lands his straight cross. And that's what I mean by sticking to the fundamentals of boxing. The way Lamont Roach told his speech at the end, I'm mentioning this because he underestimated him, right? He said he was a one-trick pony. And I think with that, the fact that Zepeda stuck to the fundamentals and didn't show him he was just a one-trick pony, he actually outboxed him and wasn't just a fighter that was trying to go out there and close the pocket, close the distance. It was a big difference from like Isaac Cruz's game plan to like William Zepeda's game plan, like night and day. Which is why it works so well, and those two fights look different. Like Roach was backing up Isaac Cruz at one point. I don't think William Zepeda ever got backed up at one point in this fight. You know, it's very different, very, very different. But a lot of times too, we would see, and this was one of the big problems. This is one of the problems I noticed in the second round, was the fact that Roach had to plant his feet every time he had to to throw one of his shots. If Roach wants to throw a power shot, he has to plant his feet. And so when he does plant his feet, boom, plants his feet, throws a power shot, now his feet are set. And William Zepeda, he backs out here, but a lot of times, and over the course of the rounds when the fight went throughout, William Zepeda would take that and then return with his own, because he knew, because Lamont Roach threw that one powerful shot at him, that Lamont Roach had to plant his feet. And that's why even Terrence Crawford and even I think all of us noticed that William Zepeda damn near had better, I don't even want to say damn near, he had better footwork than Lamont Roach. Like, he had better footwork than Lamont Roach. It's super great what him and his team did, William Zepeda. Like, it's super great what they did. Let's go to round 4. Round 4, we're here, and we're seeing already pressing. And this is where the William Zepeda is starting to really, like, put oomph on those shots, right? We saw in the first and second round, we saw, like, flurry of punches, but we didn't see really snappy shots, right? Like I said, he was doing a little bit of film study those first 2 rounds. And then when we saw the third and fourth round, we knew William Zepeda is just starting to put it on. And once he started landing them body shots and stuff like that, it started getting real bad. But we see here, right, he goes with a body shot and Lamont returns with his own. But that is damn near the problem in itself, because it's like Lamont is now stuck in this rope position where William Zepeda thrives in his opponents being here. And it's like Lamont, I feel like in this fight, was never in, even though he's a decent back foot fighter, he was never, I feel like, in the realm of like comfortability. Like, not even for like 30 seconds, like at all. Like, I feel like he was always on edge. He was always trying to figure out how to control the fight, and it just wasn't coming to him. The fight wasn't coming to him in a sense of control. It was coming to him literally in the sense of William Zepeda. And there's just nothing he could do. Like I said, just super stagnant on the feet. And even when Lamont was off balance, Roach, Zepeda is just pushing him off in the pocket. So just keeping him off balance at all times. And then on top of that, Lamont is a little bit flat-footed when he's sitting on his shots. So there was nothing Lamont could do in this ring that could get away from Zepeda, because everything Zepeda was doing was just coming forward and trying to close that distance. But even at times when like Lamont was in the distance and in the clinch, like Zepeda is pushing him off. When Zepeda's done throwing, Zepeda's pushing him off in the clinch with the shoulder. And it's like, it's so beautiful to see, because it's like Zepeda at times in the Shakur fight was in the pocket for too long. You know, he'll do his flurry of punches, and then he'll just stay there. You know, instead of backing out, having a little reset, having a little bounce, or going on to the next angle, stepping off and seeing where Shakur to try to cut him off, seeing where Shakur is gonna go, being the first one there before Shakur goes there, right? And I think that's something that he was missing in the Shakur fight. That's something that we're seeing here, where like he's actually cutting off the the ring. He's actually disengaging when he needs to, and he's engaging when he needs to. It was bro. It was picture perfect. It was beautiful, and William Zepeda has had the fights to make the adjustments for this. So it's super nice seeing what William Zepeda is now, and not for nothing. How old is William Zepeda? 30 years old. This is his prime. He's entering prime right now. So we're seeing William Zepeda. Is no longer like this is William Zepeda in his prime, right? It's no longer the old William Zepeda that fought Tevin Farmer. It's William Zepeda right now in his prime. This is prime William Zepeda. So the adjustments were needed and they were made. Let's go to the 5th round where things start really heating up. Jab right there, and it's just the combos too that he throws as a southpaw. We're going 1-2, but boom, dig into the body, coming back up top. We know Lamont is right here standing his ground to counter, so we're gonna throw that and we're gonna get hit. And he saw it coming too a little bit. You know, he kind of tried to roll off of it. But the thing about William Zepeda is that when he becomes hurt, or even when his opponent lands a great shot, his offense becomes his defense. Like, there was a point in time where Lamont landed like a super nice body shot, and like you could see it hurt Zepeda, but Zepeda pressed forward and kept throwing. Like, that's just how Zepeda fights. And in this round, you're seeing Lamont landing good hooks, but Zepeda isn't showing him that it's landing good. Zepeda isn't showing him that it's working. Like at all. Even if it's hurting Zepeda, even if it is working, he's showing him that it's not. And that does something to the mental aspect of Lamont Roach, because it's like, boom, I hit this guy with a hook. Boom, I hit this guy with a fucking another hook or an overhand, and I'm still not hurting him. He's still coming forward. I still can't impose my game plan. I still can't control this fight. It makes you think you need to adjust even though you're landing. Even though you're landing. Lamont Roach could have been like Lamont Roach, some of the shots he was throwing were good shots. They were landing shots, clean shots, hard shots, shots that hurt Zepeda. But like Zepeda didn't show that, right? So Lamont thinking in his head, if Zepeda's not showing any physical damage or like physical if he's not hearing anything, he's not hearing the air get taken out of his stomach when he lands a body shot, Lamont's gonna think it's not working. And so is his coaches. It's a beautiful game plan by William Zepeda. He has probably Mexicans are known for having the best poker face. So obviously William Zepeda comes with a great poker face, and he did in this fight. Beautiful body shot right there. 1-2, and then another hook outside, and he's just everything at this point is just with boom, body, but it gets blocked. And now this is the second time Roach has countered the body shot with his own hook, you know, which is smart, but it's a short hook, and that's the problem. It's a short hook that really isn't going to do anything to a Mexican like Zepeda. Zepeda and Mexicans all around the world have granite chins, Mexican fighters. So it's like you landing that on the chin is a great shot, but it's not going to take Zepeda out of there. It's not going to gain respect. Zepeda's got hit probably 10 times harder in sparring, you know? And has probably felt that before. But a lot of the times, even when Zepeda is missing, he's just keeping Lamont on offense, and it looks better, obviously, to the judges. So beautiful, beautiful stuff. And even like here, like Zepeda, you know, misses a 1-2, but he's gonna take the outside angle. So then that way Lamont isn't countering off of that, right? He isn't coming with like an uppercut, right? If William Zepeda throws this 1-2 and stays here, maybe Roach comes with an uppercut right across, right up the middle. Instead, he's going to take this outside angle, though, right? And now that Roach knows that he's taking that outside angle, Roach knows that he can't counter that 1-2, right? He can't counter that 1-2 the right way, because he knows he has to beat William Zepeda to that angle. Just beautiful stuff, bro. Beautiful stuff, bro. Beautiful fucking stuff. Here we are in the 7th. And at this point, this is where Roach is just getting here we are in the 7th, 20 seconds left, and this is where I really started noticing, yeah, Roach is slowing down a little bit. Just everything you see is just a little tad bit like unsharpened at this point. You could tell the pace is too much. It's too much for him. We're in the 7th round, but Lamont Roach is just a little bit stagnant on the feet, just a little bit too late, and just by like a second. You know, you can even see like the bounce on his feet is a little bit slow. And like William Zepeda still looks fresh. He still looks like he's in the first round, still throwing combos, still pushing off. You know how much, like, dude, William Zepeda was doing this for fucking 7 rounds in a row. He was throwing these combos right here. Look, 1, right, 2, or 3, 4, or 5. I think it was an uppercut, and then push off. Like, dude, that's so much energy he's using right there, and he's constantly doing that, constantly doing that, constantly doing that. It's hard to be a guy like that and not go to the body. Extremely hard. Extremely hard. And I think that was the number one mistake Lamont Roach did, as well as just him standing there. I think he needed a little bit more bounce, a little bit more footwork, you know? And I think that also goes to the fact that they underestimated him. I think there's maybe like a lot of things that they didn't work on because of the fact that they thought he was just a one-trick pony. But I knew. William Zepeda is that guy, right? And William Zepeda, you know, he could hurt you, but he's not really going there to hurt you. He's just going there to frustrate you, right? Like, he's just going there to frustrate you, because the more frustrated you get, then the more you're gonna get hurt, right? So it's not even whether like he's going out there to knock you out. He's just going out there to frustrate you. And just look at the bounce on William Zepeda's feet, on the toes, man, on the toes. There was a 2-1, beautiful 2-1, and everything's minimal too, even in the pocket. When Roach is throwing these hooks here, everything's minimal. Everything's minimal. He's rolling off that. He's ducking under, but it's not too big. Like, you look at a fighter like Rolly Romero, that's someone who defensively is very overzealous. Like, everything is super. When he slips, he's slipping 4 quarters too much. When he rolls, he might roll damn near to the ground. He might fucking do a squat. Like, everything is overzealous. But with William Zepeda, he made this like the minimal adjustments in his head movement. And it's the same minimal movements that like Roach has. Roach has those same minimal movements, but it's hard to keep that same minimal movements when you're getting 10 punches thrown at you in a span of, 15, 20 seconds. So it's very hard, obviously, for Roach to keep that same minimal movement. And William Zepeda did it well while on the front foot. Everything, the defense. Look at this, man. Knowing when to disengage. Here versus Shakur Stevenson, I feel like he would have pressed against the ropes, right? Pressed against the ropes. Here he's going to press, then he's going to back away. Boom. Let's roll out, right? Roach is looking here. You can see Roach is actually front foot heavy here, and he was looking to lean in because he thought William Zepeda was going to lean in the pocket with him as well. William Zepeda just exited out, did a little reset. Now we're back, and you're back on the ropes. Beautiful, bro. It's such beautiful watch. We're seeing more angles too from Zepeda. Like, man, so nice. Like, dude. Even this, bro. Even this. Double jab from Lamont. But he's going to fake a jab to the body. Lamont's going to back up. Like, the feints that Zepeda came out with. Everything was so minimal. The adjustments were so minimal, but there were so many adjustments that it made a bigger picture, and it blossomed him into like this new fucking fighter. Like, it's amazing, bro. And I'm not trying to say that he was a worse fighter against Shakur. It's just obviously that's how life works. You have to become this type of fighter, and you had to have that type of fight. Shakur, William Zepeda is a great fucking win on his resume. Great fucking win on his resume. because look how Williams Zepeda turned out. And I would love to see a rematch down the line, right? But just beautiful boxing work, man. And even in the 12th round, man, just throwing everything. Just throwing everything, bro. We go with a body shot, right? Jab and then a body shot. Then we're going to go with the same combo, jab and body shot. Except this time, we're going to take the same hand we just threw and double up at the top. Boom. Just graze Roach. And he's not expecting that, man. And it's just beautiful shit like that, dude. Such beautiful shit. Another good body shot. Look, we're going to probe here. We're going to touch, reset. Boom. Body shot. Touch. Another body shot. And now we're just pressing forward. Lamont really can't. All he could do is land on the head, man. But the head isn't going to take out a Mexican like that, man. And at this point, too, in the 9th round, I don't even think Lamont had it in him unless he was landing the most perfect shot accuracy-wise. But I don't even think he had the power in him to really go out there and knock Zepeda out, especially on the chin. And at this time, yeah, I think the fight was over in the 4th round. But during this round, I think everybody knew that, yeah, this is getting bad. Lamont's going to need a knockout. Zepeda's just looking too good. Just too good. And, bro, look how he's beating him to the angle. Can y'all see this, bro? Bro, if y'all love boxing, bro, y'all got to love this, bro. Y'all got to love this. And I'll be mad if y'all don't love this, bro. I'm for real be mad. Because, bro, look at this outside. Look at this angle he's taking against an orthodox fighter. If you're a southpaw, you got to love this. If you're orthodox, you got to learn from this. Look at this outside angle. Reset, L step, and we're taking that outside angle. He beat him to the angle. That body shot didn't even land right here. This body shot didn't even land. But boom, he's on the angle. He beat him. That body shot took him to the angle. Now he's there with him. What's up? Now he's going to go to the right. Push him off all the right. And we go to the jab. Williams Zepeda pushed him off to the right because he beat him on the angle to the left. Bro, this is beautiful, bro. This is beautiful. Look, beats him to the angle. Boom, push off. Go to the right, pussy. I want you to go where I want you to go. I want you to go where I want you to go. You're not going nowhere else. This is beautiful, bro. Williams Zepeda controlled Roach. We don't even gotta watch the rest. We did 21 minutes. We don't even gotta go to the 12th round. This was beautiful. Beautiful to watch.